This is a routine that is focused on building mobility, flexibility, and strength of the lower back. But it is a routine that is teaches movement that's fully integrated through the body. Pretty much everything will be done standing on the feet, as we know that the legs support the low back, so we want to be engaging the legs as we exercise our lower back. And we'll start with a little bit of stretching. We're going to go down into a cobra position. Let your knees rest on the ground. If this position is too intense, go down on your forearms. I like to do either one. I'm going to show you on the hands. Once here, just shake your hips out. Show you the side view as you continue. So I'm working on getting extension of my lower back. I'm just shaking my hips out, keeping my chest and head up. Everything's loose and relaxed. Some good deep belly breaths in and out of the nose. A couple more good deep breaths. With each exhale, let your hips sink to the ground. Don't be tensing up or tightening your butt or any muscles. Just let everything hang. The only thing really working is your arms here. Okay, we're going to counter this by moving into a child's pose. Simple child's pose, sitting back as far as you can go. Let your head drop. Reach your arms out. Use your breath now. You should be able to breathe into your lower back. In and out of your nose. This encourages spinal flexion now. It opens up the lumbosacral area, the lower vertebrae. A few more deep breaths. Tune into your breath. Let that breath massage your spine from the inside as you're in this position. Ready to get up? Reach up, inhale, fingers to the floor, let your head go, bend your knees as much as you need to, keep your heels down, inhale, exhale, relax into the stretch, roll your body up. Again, reach up. Imagine you're holding a ball over your head, but sink down into your heels. Inhale. Exhale. Let's roll back down again. Feet are parallel, knees are bent as needed. Head is relaxed and goes. Big deep breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Roll back up again. Hold this ball over your head. Let it push you down into a little bit of a squat. Nothing major, but keep your feet parallel about hip width. Allow the knees to bend and allow the tailbone to tuck a little bit. Where you don't have this extreme curve, you let everything settle down and flatten out in the back. Now we're going to get the whole body to move to your right. Doesn't have to go full range. Inhale. Exhale, hold the stretch. Same thing, settle down into the stance. Whole body moves up and over. Now inhale. Exhale. Back to the start, reset. Tailbone tucks, flatten out the back. Chin into the throat nice and long. Stretch up and over. Try to create space as you go over. Keep your weight centered on both feet. Big inhale through your nose. And another time to your left. Inhale. Now down one more time. Bend your knees as needed. Try to get your fingertips or even palms on the ground. Weight is in your heels. Bend your knees as you need to. It's normal to feel it in the back of the legs, but you don't have to make it intense. Big deep breath. Exhale, one more time, big deep breath. Let it go into the stretch. Roll back up. A little hip hinging now. I'm going to show you the side view. You might check yourself in a mirror with this at some point. Hip or shoulder width, or feet or shoulder width. Feet are parallel facing forward. Just going to allow my hands to hang. Notice a straight spine. If I'm comfortable with this position, I'm going to go all the way parallel with the floor. Hold this while I breathe in and out of my nose. It's normal to feel this tugging at the back of the legs, the hamstrings. If you're really tight there, you bend your knees more to put a little give in the system. Now let's come up with a straight spine. The movement is around the hip joints, not in the back. Now if you're not familiar with this movement or you have some low back issues, you might just hold it slightly down like this. You don't need to go parallel. Just enough to get my back muscles working, holding me in place. I'm not holding my breath, I'm not struggling. But I'm getting in position and I'm trying to be efficient with my posturing, where I'm not tensing, but I'm just holding my body with a good posture in the right position, and I'm breathing. I'm even trying to keep my neck nice and long, chin into the throat. Let's come up. Hopefully you'll start to feel this in your lower back. A little bit of fatigue, burning feeling, movement of blood and energy into the area. One more time down. Knees are bent as necessary. Don't lock them out if you have flexible hamstrings. And if you're tight, bend them even more. And hold and breathe. Let's come up. Okay, hands are in the low back now like this. Let the palms spread and just cover right into the low back, and the fingertips lay over your pelvis or your belt. All right. Legs are wide now. Feet are parallel facing forward, always. Weight distribution symmetrical. We're going to do little circles. Shouldn't have any back pain with this. If you do, stop. Anything more than just a discomfort or a feeling of working. So we're going down here, we're laying back over our hands. Never holding my breath. I'm trying to breathe in and out of my nose if possible. I'm not straining or struggling. If this is difficult, make the circle really small. I'm going to show a range of it, from smaller to bigger. Let's go the other way. Let's start small. If small is challenging enough for you, don't worry about going bigger. Let's go for quality, not quantity. So this is kind of smaller. I'm staying up a little bit more here, and it can even be less than this. Continue. Side view for you. Make it a little bit bigger. Not straining or struggling, just smooth, fluid. Unrestricted movement. Now just into this stance. Feet are a little wider than hip width, parallel facing forward, knees are bent slightly. Allow the weight of my body to settle down into my legs so my body drops into a little squat. But feel the top of my head rising up nice and light. So there's this natural traction through my spine I create by sinking down below and rising up above. Now take that curve that most people have in the lower back and flatten it out by tilting the pelvis down. Now I want you to put your hands in your lower back again, just like we did, but stay upright now. And I want you to breathe into your lower back. We're going to take that breath in through the nose and out of the nose or out of the mouth. If you can go in and out of your nose, that's ideal. We're nourishing our lower back with our breath. See if you can feel as you inhale that expansion, that filling out of the lower back. Maybe you feel a little warmth in there, a little increased blood flow. Let's add to that. Add to what we've created with our movement by using our breath and just putting our mental focus into this area.